Takbir. Takbir. Our next guest who will be coming here and speaking is Dr. Ayman Hammous. He is the current new Executive Director of Muslim American Society. Dr. Ayman was the founding member of many local Muslim American Society projects, including the first mass youth center in the country. He was also president of the Muslim American Society of New York and elected National General Assembly and Board of Trustee member and an elected Vice President of Mass National. Please help me welcome Dr. Ayman Hammous.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Peace and blessings be upon His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters, in the beginning I would like to thank my brothers and sisters in Muna. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify your intentions and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your effort. This convention is indeed a step forward in the history of Islamic work. A few months ago we attended ICNA. Today we are in Muna. Inshallah, a few months from now, ISNA convention, then Mass. The American Muslim community has been growing. And we are entrusted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to convey the message of Islam as a balanced way of life, as the theme of this convention. And this is a historical responsibility, a responsibility that no one else in the Muslim world is entrusted to do except us. We're here as American Muslims to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with utmost clarity, especially in a country. As we sitting here, there are children who are separated from their families at our own borders in detention centers. Especially in the country that suffers from a spiritual vacuum in which 24% of every American you meet in the street, in the college, in a workplace, do not believe in God. This percentage has increased from 11% in 1980 to 24% today. In a country in which there is, in one given year, 33,000 deaths because of an overdose. A young man or woman taking drugs and die every day in this country. That's why Islam is needed. 249,000 teenage pregnancy, young girls between the age of 15 to 19 in America in a given year. Islam is needed at a spiritual level, at a social level, at a political level. We are required to carry this message to our neighbors, to our friends. We need to strive to protect justice, social justice, and liberty, and civil rights, and human rights. And it is a collective responsibility as a community. We shall believe that not a single Muslim organization can do that in its own. We are not in the business of competing with one another. We are in the business of completing and helping and empowering one another as a community and as a society. This responsibility, brothers and sisters, is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon all of us. We need to carry it, we need to live for it and live by it. We cannot be satisfied by giving it some time and some of our effort and some of our money. It needs the best of our time, the best of our effort, and the best of our money. I come from the only Republican borough of New York City. We voted 60% Trump. And in 2011, we en masse purchased a 3,600 square foot center. A small center that was opposed by people like Robert Spencer and Pamela Giller. It was in every news outlet, Fox News to New York One. And we had a community gathering like this in which Robert Spencer stood over there and was talking, asking me about our relation with those entities. Do we denounce Hamas? Do we do this and that? Those same tactics that have been used to scare the Muslim community from speaking up and speaking out. And the center was opened. Alhamdulillah, we lost that place, but we managed to have a center later on. But that was not the true success of our community. The true success of our community in 2012, when Hurricane Sandy hit Staten Island, and we had our young brothers and sisters in mass youth putting on their t-shirt and going out to help the same exact community that opposed building a masjid. And an old woman have approached a young sister, a high schooler, telling her, I owe you an apology, because I was amongst those who opposed building the mosque, and it is touching my heart to see you here today to hold me at my home. This is the message of Islam, the message that was summarized by the word of Rub'i ibn Amir, لقد ابتعثنا الله لنخرج من شاء من عبادة العباد إلى عبادة رب العباد. Allah has brought us. When Rub'i ibn Amir spoke to the superpower of his time, he said, Allah has brought us so we can bring people from worshiping gods other than Allah to worship Allah and Allah is alone. وَمِن جور الأديان إلى عدل الإسلام, and from the injustice and the oppression of other culture and traditions to the justice of Islam. وَمِن ضيق الدنيا إلى سعة الدنيا والآخرة, from the hardship of this life to the comfort and the ease of this life and the hereafter. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from our brothers in Muna. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us as a community to convey the message of Islam with utmost clarity. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Takbir.